if he was their mentor, who was Diddy's mentor? We know some of the big names. I'm just curious if you have any names. You don't seem like somebody.
Well, for number one was Clyde Davis.
No.
All right,
no,
16.
No,
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours.
Sad. I mean, this is sad. And this one with Bieber.
This is the Bieber
thing.
one? Yeah.
Where are the parents?
Yeah, and which parent would say, you know what? We don't know you. We know that you're a celebrity. Go and hang out with this guy for weeks on end by yourself.
Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all.
With accusations coming in left and right, Diddy's fall from grace seems imminent. The hip-hop mogul's alleged actions have left his fans betrayed, but even more disturbing news has been uncovered. And it has to do with Usher and Justin Bieber, two of the most beloved stars in the world. Sean Puffy Combs has been known by several monikers and gotten into a number of scuffles over the years, but none have shattered his control over the hip-hop industry or his influence as the Bad Boy Records founder. Until November 2023, when frightening allegations broke out about his behavior.
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms.
That escalated into an investigation on sex trafficking after multiple lawsuits came out accusing the rapper of gang rape, drug abuse, and violence.
We are all waiting right now to see if federal prosecutors indict Sean Diddy Combs, the rapper, the producer, the music mogul. This comes after federal authorities, more specifically Homeland Security agents, raided Combs' two properties out in Miami and L.A. This is reportedly pursuant to an ongoing investigation from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Reports indicate that this centers around...
While a lot of the lawsuits were about incidents that happened years ago, people have started digging out incidents that should have warned us about what Diddy was really like years ago.
I don't know what goes on after hours, but
he wasn't trying to find out.
I wasn't trying to find out.
Well, it wasn't just the photos and videos of the raids on the homes of Sean Diddy Combs that went viral last week. No, as we explore these allegations and potential criminal charges, new and old videos and comments regarding the rapper and producer are taking center.
And one of the biggest blows for music fans came when they realized what Usher and Justin Bieber really went through. In case you missed it, Usher was mentored by Diddy when he was first starting out in the industry. And Justin Bieber was mentored by Usher after being signed to his label. And now, evidence has come out suggesting that Diddy groomed both stars when they were young and impressionable. For his part, Usher seems to be trained in media responses, always taking the diplomatic route. In a recent interview on Club Shay Shay, Usher had nothing but good things to say about his former mentor. First, he said that the people at Diddy's so-called flavor camp took him under their wing.
I don't think I would be the artist that I am today without the experiences that I had in New York City. One, just being in a new place where I would have to adjust, right? I didn't have the comfort of home. I'm in New York City and they was, done and sunning me to death, bro. And I was like, shout it, I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? We finna go over here, you know what I'm saying? And they was like laughing at me because I was Southern and they were like New York, but they was like took me and they took me under their wing, you know what I'm saying?
He said that being there in the early days of Bad Boy exposed him to a whole new world rather than being isolated.
And looked at me like the little bruh.
Right.
I think back to, the earlier times of being there when Bad Boy was formed.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something about business. I learned something about artist development in a different way. I learned something about culture. So having the ability to be around all these different cultures of people, it just helped me understand the world that I lived in. I wasn't isolated and felt like I needed to be protected. I wasn't. I was like, yo, we're gonna show you the real ropes. We show you what the world really looks like.
He named some of the most iconic Bad Boy artists he had the chance to meet, including the notorious Big.
Give you a front seat. I'm looking at Biggie, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Craig Mack. I'm looking at Onyx. We running in the streets. We like literally out here seeing how we embark.
He said that Diddy became a father figure for him, and getting to see his meteoric rise was amazing.
But so great to have had those experiences because, one, I didn't have a big brother and my dad wasn't there in my life as a kid. So all these experiences just readied me for life. So greater than just being an artist, that man helped me understand life. He helped me understand what it was to be an artist. He helped me understand what it was to be passionate about something. He helped me understand culture. He helped me understand business on a different level because I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I got a front row seat looking at that. Thank God that I had that experience. You know what I'm saying?
Except he implied something different in a 2016 interview on The Howard Stern Show.
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans. Jodeci, Mary J. Blige.
When asked whether he would ever send his own child to the flavor camp, the answer was a resounding no.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See? And Gene Deal has a lot to say on the topic as well. For one, Usher's name came up in the Lil Rod lawsuit, where he alleged that the singer had slept with Diddy. The lawsuit reads, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper, redacted, R&B singer, redacted, and Stevie J. The footnotes listed the R&B singer as, he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Usher best fits this criteria. And Deal, as Puffy's former bodyguard, has seen a lot of things. In one interview, he said that Usher and Diddy's former artist Mace knew a lot of things about the rapper that they wouldn't say.
A lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
In another interview, he said that Usher was definitely groomed by Puffy and other high-powered executives, like his manager L.A. Reid.
He wasn't only groomed by Diddy, he was groomed by L.A. Reid, the rest of them too, man. Because they knew what happened. Then they came out and brought him back, and all of a sudden, he's getting all the great tracks. He's getting all the songs. They making him into this star, even though he may have been.
He implied a gay affair between the two when asked about Diddy saying he and Usher used to wrestle over Frosted Flakes.
Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live.
Jokes about how they used to wrestle for the Frosted Flakes in the morning. And
yeah, I bet they did.
You know.
Somebody frosted somebody frosted somebody flakes. Without the milk.
And he also had an opinion on why Usher wouldn't say anything about Diddy's treatment of him.
Yo, dog, it's you got to realize in that industry, a lot of people are stand back and say, well, it happened to me. That's how some of them people pay their dues. And the people who don't go down like that don't be as great as the Ushers as the Diddies. It's a way of passage to certain people in the entertainment business.
Still, he expressed his disappointment in the singer in another interview when asked about the singer being named in the Rodney Jones lawsuit. He basically implied that even if Usher wouldn't expose him, he shouldn't put him on a pedestal either.
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right?
He said that the singer had landed in the hospital because of Puffy in the past.
I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know.
Meanwhile, more and more disturbing videos of Diddy with Justin Bieber are also resurfacing. It started with a simple connection, the mogul seemingly watching out for his former protege's student. But a video on Bieber's channel titled "Justin Bieber's 48 HRS with Diddy" had fans worried. In it, a 15-year-old Justin is shown a sports car that Diddy promises he'll get once he turns 16.
Rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Following that, he says that he would be taking charge of the pop star for the next 48 hours, but he couldn't disclose what they would be doing.
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go buck full crazy.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do?
After that, another clip resurfaced. It seemed to be filmed a few years later, with Bieber seeming wildly uncomfortable when Diddy asks him why he hasn't been answering his calls.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay. 55. You heard that?
Yeah.
If that wasn't enough, rape allegations started floating around after some disturbing videos of Justin at a Diddy party surfaced. One clip showed the singer surrounded by Diddy and his friends looking completely inebriated, leading to fans wondering if he had been drugged.
Bad boy. Oh, he's bad boy now.
Signing the bad boy.
Major icon alert. It's called He's Bad Boy Now. Bad boy. Bad boy. You get it bad. I'm getting rich. You get it bad. I'm getting rich.
Another clip showed Diddy and rapper The Game giving him drinks, with some people thinking he was raped at the party.
Welcome to the family, John.
And an even more troubling video was one where the pop star was thought to have been giving oral sex to Odell Beckham Jr. These clips had the internet in a frenzy when something even more chilling popped up. It was a video where Diddy very obviously pats Justin down to allegedly check whether he was wearing any wires. Gene Deal seemingly confirmed this in an interview on Cam Capone News.
On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up, and he started tapping him as if he was searching him and see if he had some kind of device on. Did you see that?
Yep.
Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber?
For Diddy, he might have already committed a crime on camera by doing that.
Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he think this person may be a witness. Right?
Yep.
What he had just done that is against the law.
Nothing that we seen.
Tampering with a federal witness. If they have already talked to Justin Bieber prior to him doing that, he goes and look like he's searching him. It appears that he's asking Justin Bieber, yo, you got a wire or something like that? Like, you're tampering with a federal witness. That's a charge right there that can land him in jail. Reckless. That was real reckless.
No matter what, it's obvious that the music mogul's relationship with both stars was not normal. But his longtime rival, Death Row Records founder Suge Knight, has something to add to that. And it's similar to what Gene Deal once said, that Diddy wasn't always like this.
Well, all due respect to Puffy, you gotta realize one thing. He didn't start off like that. I'm quite sure somebody taught him that, and that's more deep in the industry. You guys who got involved with a lot of people who was their mentors, instead of having a guy to mentor your own father, they was having these guys they mentored. And when that happens in the industry, it was done to them, they do to the next person. So I felt that Puffy was a regular, normal guy. And then when he started hanging with the guys in the industry, they did things to him, and then allegedly he did things to Usher. It goes on and on. But we got to stop this pointing the finger at the person who gets caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Where did it start from? But see, people don't want to touch on those angles that just started being the major executives who run these labels. So you guys want to speak on the people who got thrown under the bus, the sacrifice lamb.
Okay, well, that's actually very insightful for you to give that perspective. So if you're saying what Diddy did to Usher or what Diddy did to Bieber, that we've seen these videos, not necessarily what he did, but the stories where he's living with them at 13, if he was their mentor...
Who indeed? Suge went on to name powerful figures, including Clive Davis, former president of Columbia Records. But what are the details of Usher and Justin Bieber's past with Diddy? What did they go through? And will we ever find out? For now, both singers have expressed that they won't be commenting. But maybe the court of law could change their minds. That's it for now. Don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.